The first thing in the morning that any Virginia lawmaker should be doing is first asking themselves, how can I best serve Virginia? Not serve myself. Too often we are seeing service of self more than you see service a country. Doesn't matter what state, doesn't matter who the leader is. It seems like most are federalized, where they get their decisions or their opinion from the federal government instead of acting on the best interests of what's going on in their state and in the local governments that they oversee. The problem with what's going on all across this country, especially for those who are slamming Vivek, or I just try my best to not try to mess up somebody's name until I speak to them in person. He is saying something that's very uncomfortable and Americans should very much listen to. We have lost lawyers, doctors, scientists, and many more. Their minds is far gone because of the challenges of the pandemic compared to the challenges of the curriculum or the career choices that they make and being the best that they can be beyond measure. We are seeing other countries benefit at our expense. And we are failing to acknowledge that we as a country have an issue with rushing decisions. Before politicians didn't run off election victories, they ran off legislative victories that people can't feel. People can't feel it no more because they are not feeling nothing except for the consequences of the decisions of politicians who could care less about their welfare. But that changes. That changes with me. See, I got a love and passion that people don't understand because they've been there, but they lost it in their soul and in their spirit because they worship politicians instead of worshiping the Lord and Savior. This is a test of faith, people. What do we do now from this moment moving forward? This is a new year. Do we continue to join bandwagons that have left us long behind, except for when they need us? We know how that feels when we get a phone call and the only time frame that person calls is to ask you for something compared to ask you how you are doing. That's the difference of me. Listen, we're going to do this. We're going to do this and we're going to get ourselves out of this mess, but we have to focus, people. We need to focus more on what somebody looks like or who they associate with compared to what they are about and say, skip all of that makeup and Maybelline and those Hollywood sets. We need to know who you are as a person because I need to know and believe that you care about me as much as you care about my family because it seems like I care more about you than you do the opposite. Why should I look less upon myself and my family? And I got mouths to feed just like you do. But this economy isn't working for me. But I'm seeing somebody making 30,000 become a millionaire. It seems like it's working for you and only you. See, we allowed this country to be ran by somebody who didn't even know that they was even the president. Scholars and doctors and those with fancy degrees and expertise couldn't figure this out, but I figured it out before he even was inaugurated. That's because you know experience, you know what you see. If you've been around anybody who has seen somebody decline, the problem is people don't even go to the hospital because they worry about their decline mentally while somebody's dying physically. It doesn't mean they don't care. It's just how much can they take. Nobody wants to be a burden. As much as on that hospital bed, as much as they don't want to see somebody cry and worry where they wish that they was having a great time and enjoying life. Hopefully moments that they have had, but they are saying it's my time to go. But I hope and I pray that you become better and more exceptional than I ever was and don't give up on yourself no matter what it looks like today. And I won't give up on you either. I won't give up on Virginia. I won't give up on those families sleeping in cars. I won't give up on those people who went to work and didn't know it was their last day. I won't give up on those businesses that have spent their lifetime trying to create generational wealth, and then they see their doors closed, but people are quick to show up and put up a press statement of when another business doors are open. We're sacrificing millions for a few hundred. Listen, this is a new year. We're going to take this energy, this positive thing that's going on around this country, this mega thing that's happening, and get emboldening and getting people to focus more on how can I become stronger, not just better. Because I didn't get built back for better under Biden's definition. It's time for you to get stronger under the definition that makes you who you are. And that's how we become a better Virginia. That's how we become a better country. Where our feelings don't dictate our reality and our focus to be straight on the path of what makes me successful. See, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness isn't just based off a country, it's based off of what you make it. I can't make it following those who don't understand my story, nor had they lived it, and if they did, they wouldn't betray it so quickly. Ask Winston says about that. Ask Abigail Spanberger about that, because they portrayed their country instead of told the truth and made sure they spoke up for the voices that they said was silent. All they did was further drown it out and use their title to further demolish and diminish what we are as conservatives, what we are as a country, what we are to be able to agree to disagree. If anything has been seen about this country in 2024, it doesn't matter what the world say about you. It doesn't matter what this person thinks about you or whatever it may be. Long as you focus on your goal and you keep your mind focused and you tell the naysayers and those who would say that you can't, that you can. Now we know it. And we know it through people who we didn't expect to see it from. That's the problem when people cloud your judgment with what's going on because of this race or what's going on because of this gender or whatever. Excuses that people can't make and tolerate anymore. Even those who used to think that was the way because they've been in your shoes. So don't ever discredit their experience. I love this country. I love this Virginia more than ever. I love seeing people who I walk past have a great conversation, have a great coffee, pump gas, and enjoy just making it happen and knowing that we look forward to the day and going back to our families and our loved ones because we don't know when that may happen again. That's the expectations for so many around this country that we look at as heroes, but we also must look at ourselves as those who will step up when the time comes. I'm asking you to step up, just like I have. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't matter what they do, baby. You have to see it to believe it. And that's what's happening across this country. People are stopping the worship of politicians, and they're seeing the beauty and the glory in their faith and their peace if they allow it. So allow it. Let's make Virginia strong, and let's make Virginians stronger. And that's the American dream. Stay blessed. Merle Rutledge for Virginia Governor 2025. And we're going to do this. And we're going to do it better, stronger, and more exceptional than ever before. Virginia will become independent without having to do everything by the federal government. And that's a promise and that's a guarantee. Virginia is going to be Virginia. America is going to be America, where we love to see every part of it and every piece of it.